In this video, I'll show you how to use Apex Exchange, including how to connect your wallet, how to make deposits and withdrawals, and then how to trade on here. Apex is a decentralized exchange, so we don't need to create an account. We just connect our wallet and then we're good to go. I'll leave the link to sign up to Apex down below as well. There is a special bonus offer via that link. So as you can see, up to $10,000 USDT in a deposit and trading bonus, and then 10% fee discount. Now there is a countdown here, so that may change by the time that you're watching this video. Best thing to do, if you just click that link, you can see the offer that they're running at the time that you're watching this video. The way that we trade on Apex is simply by depositing some USDT into the exchange. We use a blockchain for that, but once you've made the deposit, you don't use the blockchain again. You just trade exactly like a centralized exchange on the protocol. And then if you want to withdraw your assets, that's when you withdraw them to the blockchain of your choice again. So on any of the pages, you should see the Connect Wallet icon, which I'll show you in a second. But you can also see this right here. And these are the supported blockchains from which you can deposit some assets. So you can choose any of these that you want. You know, you might want to use Ethereum or Arbitrum. These are probably going to be the most popular ones. BNB chain is also fine. Once you've made the deposit of USDT from them, you don't use those chains anymore. So all we need to do is get some USDT into our wallet on one of those chains with the gas coin of that chain, because making a deposit into Apex, we need to send the deposit over a blockchain transaction. So we obviously need some USDT in our wallet, and we also need ETH on the Ethereum blockchain, ETH on Arbitrum, or BNB coin on BNB, MNT token on Mantle, and on base chain they use ETH as well. But on base chain, I think they use USDC. Apex prefers USDT, so I would be making that deposit into Apex. If you're new to using crypto wallets and that sounds a bit complex, I'll show you the flow of how I get money from centralized exchanges into wallets and then use them on decentralized exchanges. So firstly, we need to set up with a wallet. I'll show you Rabby for this example. I'll leave video guides below on Rabby and the other top wallets, showing you how to get set up on them and much more in depth. But essentially, go and download it for your browser. It's going to be installed as an extension. And once it's installed, it will take you through that process. You've got your wallet set up and you've got your wallet address. Now you have your wallet address, you can make some deposits into your wallet and then connect your wallet to the exchange. So go and download Rabby, and I'll show you Rabby set up here. And all we need to know is that this is my trading wallet and I have an address and I can connect this to the exchange. Now, good wallet hygiene. I would suggest that any wallets that you're connecting to applications like Apex or any other application, that is a separate active trading wallet to the wallet in which you keep your investments. So if you have a different wallet, like a cold wallet, don't just connect that to every single dApp. Make sure you have a cold wallet for your investments that never connects to anything, and that just sends and receives assets. And then you have a hot wallet like this, which is for your trading funds. That's good wallet hygiene not to mix those up. So this is my hot wallet and my trading wallet here. And in order to trade on Apex, I need to send in some USDT via a blockchain. So in my wallet, what I need is some USDT, and I also need to use a blockchain. So that means I need some gas on the blockchain that I'm using. I'm going to be using the Arbitrum blockchain just to show you. So as you can see, I've got some USDT that I've deposited into Arbitrum. And also I have some ETH on the Arbitrum network, because that is used on the Arbitrum network to pay for transaction fees. So I need both USDT and ETH in my wallet, and I need to send that into my wallet. So I'm going to do that from my centralized exchange. So what we need to do is press receive here, and it says which chain do you want to receive these assets on. I'm going to choose Arbitrum. That's my Arbitrum deposit address. So if I send in some assets from my centralized exchange, it's going to go to my wallet address right here, and those assets will be in my wallet, and then I can send them into Apex. So it will go over to my centralized exchange right here, and I'll use Kraken as an on-ramp. So I've on-ramped some cash. I'm going to trade that cash into mostly USDT, as you can see here. So I've got USDT, and I also need to send out some Ethereum, just a little bit of Ethereum to pay for gas fees. On Arbitrum, gas fees are super cheap, so $5, $10 is plenty. So buy some Ethereum, $10 worth, and then obviously switch your cash into Tether USDT so that we can send that into Apex to go ahead and trade with. So if you want to withdraw, choose the asset that you want to withdraw. I want to put this on the Arbitrum network like this, and it says, what is the address that you want to send to? Well, that is my Rabby withdrawal address, right? So receive here, Arbitrum network, that's my address. Copy this, go over to your exchange and withdraw USDT into that address, and then do the same thing for Ethereum. Now within your wallet, what you have is the USDT that you're going to send into Apex to trade, and you have some gas fees in your wallet to make deposits in. When you withdraw the USDT back out of Apex as well, then that's going to come into your wallet here. You've got some ETH left there to send it back into your centralized exchange if you want to cash out. Now that we've got some USDT in our wallet, we can connect it to Apex to go ahead and trade. So assuming you've come in via the link below in the description with this bonus right here, just press connect wallet. If this has changed by the time you're watching this video, go to connect wallet in the top right hand corner of the app and then press Rabby right here, or any wallet that you're using. I've already connected this wallet, so it just wants me to reconnect. If this is the first time that you're using the exchange, it may ask you to sign a couple of transactions first. That proves that you own the wallet and can sign transactions. You're basically signing into the DEX for the first time. So go ahead and do that on Rabby. It's going to give you human readable English on exactly what you're doing. So read it, and if you're comfortable, press connect. So I can do that here, and then my wallet is connected. You can see that because I'm already registered, I can't have this offer right here, but we are now connected and we can make a deposit in. Now that our wallet is connected, Apex behaves exactly like a centralized exchange. So what we can do is go to portfolio here, and it's going to show us the wallet that we have and also any money that we have in the exchange itself. So you can see that I've already made a deposit of USDT into the exchange. So that's what I have. You can see that this is actually in my perps account. So my funding account doesn't have anything for now. My perps account, which is where we'll trade, you can see I've got a balance in there that I've transferred over. So just like a centralized exchange, deposit, withdraw, transfer, up in the top right. Transfer is an internal transfer. So if you've made a deposit into your funding account, you can just switch that over between funding and the perpetuals account or your spot account for free. That's an internal transfer, just like a centralized exchange. Deposit and withdraw is how we put money in and out of the exchange, and that goes back into our wallet if we withdraw, and we can deposit in from our wallet. So let's make a deposit in. Press deposit here, and it says, how do you want to make a deposit? Well, you can actually deposit from multiple chains. So on BNB chain, you can see that I don't have any USDT in this wallet. So if we switch over to, let's say, base chain, you can see that I have some USDC but no USDT, and you know that I've got some USDT on the Arbitrum chain. So as you can see here, I can press max, and then we can send that in. So what I have to do firstly is enable USDT in my wallet. So we can go ahead and do this. It's the same for every single decentralized exchange. What you're doing is approving the smart contract to actually take the USDT out of your wallet and put it into their smart contract. So we can sign this transaction right here, press confirm. Once that's approved, we can then send in the USDT into the exchange. And then once we have that, you can see confirm deposit here. So I'll do that, press sign, confirm. Once that's all gone through, the USDT will be sent out of my wallet into the smart contracts of the exchange. And that will come up as a balance that I can now go ahead and trade with within Apex. That took a few seconds to travel over to the Apex exchange. You can now see that that money is in my funding account. And what I'm going to do is transfer that over to my futures account to go ahead and trade with, press confirm. That's an internal transfer, as you can see, so instant. And now I have no funds in my funding account, but in my perps account, I have an extra balance right here that we can go ahead and trade with. I'll also show you how to withdraw from the platform first before showing you trading. So what we need to do is make sure that whatever we want to withdraw, that money is in our funding account. So press transfer, go from your perps account or your spot account, transfer that into your funding account. You can see I've got $50 in my funding account now. And then press withdraw. Choose the chain that you want to send it out over. So I'm going to use Arbitrum 1 again, and I can send the max $50 here, as you can see. Now, normal withdrawal I think takes maybe an hour or so, or a couple of hours. Fast withdrawal, you have to pay higher gas fees, and if you want to do that, then that will be instant. You can see the gas fee here is $2, whereas a normal withdrawal, I think it's maybe a couple of hours, and it's basically you can see 3 cents here, right? So it's up to you what you want to do. From here we can trade on Apex just like any other centralized exchange. And firstly I'll go through how leverage works and how the cross margin system works. So everything on Apex is cross margined by default. You can see that right here, cross margin. That means that the money that we've just put in the account right here, that is used to fund all positions simultaneously. Now, you know, with perpetual futures aren't spot. Spot is cash settled. Futures, you simply put down some cash to fund positions. And you're always using some amount of leverage there, as you can see here. 1x leverage means that you fully fund your positions. So if I've got $1,000 in my account and I want a $1,000 position with 1x leverage, that means that $1,000 cash is tied up in that position. If I use 2x leverage, that means the position size is 2x the amount of cash that I have tied up in that position. So $1,000, you'd only need $500 down in that position. With 10x, you only need 1/10 cash to fund the position. So $1,000 position would be funded by $100 cash in that position. That's leverage. Leverage is the actual trade size versus how much cash you have down to fund that position. Now, the amount of leverage that you're using isn't actually that important because we're using cross margin and we're using portfolio margin essentially, which means down here, if you can see this, essentially all of the cash that you have in your account is going to margin all of your positions simultaneously. So if I open a trade with 10x leverage and I have $1,000 trade and I put 100 cash down for it, right? So that's 10x leverage in the trade. But let's say that I have $10,000 in my account. Well, the effective leverage that I'm using is very, very small, right? Because it's actually 1/10, right? Because I have $10,000 in my account to fund my positions. So even though I open a position with 10x leverage and I've tied up a small amount of cash in that position, the portfolio leverage, the effective leverage in my whole portfolio is much less because I have way more cash there that is automatically being used as margin to fund all of my positions. So the amount of leverage that you're using right here, yes, you can change this around, but what's more important is the effective leverage that you have in your total account right here. So your USDT cross margin account, this is going to take into account all of the cash that you have in your account, plus or minus your P&L. So if you have open positions that are in profit, then the amount of effective margin that you're using is much less because you have profits. If you're making losses, the effective margin is getting worse because you're making losses in your account, right? And so the amount of effective equity that you have in your account is less versus the cash that you have in your account. So really, it's this that you've got to keep an eye on, right? How much cash do you have in your account versus your profits or your losses? That's what you should keep an eye on right here. The amount of leverage that you take in individual positions, it's fine. You can tie up some money in those positions if you want. It's absolutely fine. But really, it's the cross margin that you need to be looking at. The effective leverage in your account, the amount of cash, your profit and your loss versus your liabilities, which is any losses that you have. Now I'll show you how to open and close positions on Apex with a sample long trade. So cross margin, 2x leverage. That means the trade size with the market is 2x the size of the cash that we have to put down to fund the trade. So we're going to buy with a market order. You can switch between USDT or BTC. This would be a fraction of a Bitcoin that you want to trade, or the other assets, right? You can see them all here. You can trade many other assets right here, whichever one that you want to trade. We're just going to trade BTC for this example. I'll go to USDT to make it simple. Let's say that my trade size is $100. That's 2x leverage, right? So the trade size with the market is $100, but because it's 2x our cash, we have to put down $50. $50 is our cash, $100 is the trade size. I think the minimum trade size is around 0.001 BTC. So again, with a $200 trade size, $100 down, right? So what we want to do now is go buy long. Now, if you want to put take profit and stop loss orders in at the same time, you can do. So click this on. A take profit is selling out of the order at a profit. So that would be at a higher price. And the stop loss order would be selling out of your order. Because we're going long, we would sell out at a loss. So let's put that in as well, like this. And those orders would be tied to the order you're putting in here. I'll just take those off for now. So we have an order size, we have an amount that we have to fund it with, go buy long here, press confirm. Just like a centralized exchange, it's literally open right away. Now that we have an open position in our account, we can see how cross margin works. We opened a 2x leverage trade, meaning that we have a trade size with the market, which is 2x the amount of cash that we have down in that position. What that also means is that we're funding 50% of the position with cash. So that means the position can lose 50% of its value before we get liquidated. We only can fund 50% of the position, right? So we can withstand a 50% drawdown. That's when the exchange will say, look, you've got no cash to fund this position further. We're going to sell out of the position and make concrete your loss there, take your cash away and pay out the loss because we don't want to go into a bad debt. So we should have a liquidation price of around 55,000, which is half of 110,000 that we got in at. But you can see our liquidation price here is much lower than that. The reason being, we have more cash in our account, right? We have $173 in our account to fund a $221 position. So that's how cross margin works. So even though we use 2x leverage to open the position, we have more dollars in our account to fund. And so, leave in a little bit of a percentage buffer for the exchange and everything else. And it's working out that the amount of cash you have in your account can fund far more of the position. That means also that if you want to further fund your positions and reduce the amount of leverage in your account, you can just add in more USDT into your account, and that reduces the effective leverage in your account, right? If I withdrew USDT from this account now, my effective leverage, which is the amount of cash that I have to fund positions, is less, which means my effective leverage is more in comparison to the trade sizes that I have. So if I withdrew USDT from the account, my liquidation price would move up because I have less cash to fund the positions. So it's up to you whether you want to take leverage out or put more leverage in. That's up to you, but that's how leverage works. Also, if you didn't put take profit and stop loss orders in when you were entering your order, you can do that now after the fact right here. So press add. Let's put a take profit order in like this to sell half the position there. Press confirm, and you can see that that's now in. So if I go to details, you can see that I have a take profit order in. This is the price. And so we would automatically sell out a part of the position at that price, or you can cancel it on the right hand side or press cancel all, confirm, and then we have no TPSL in at the moment. There are no gas fees that you have to pay or other confirmations that you need in your wallet when trading on the exchange, only when you make deposits and withdrawals. So from here, what we're going to do is get out of the position now. So I'm just going to close by market order, close 100%, and that's out. So I now no longer have a position. If you need some more in-depth guides on trading strategies, I'll leave some videos down in the description for you, and the link to Apex for that bonus will be down there as well. I'm James, this is Money's EG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.